Hi, it's Ananda, and welcome to this week's energetic oracle card reading for the 1st to the 7th of July for the collective. So this is a reading of the energy which is happening or it's coming in for us for this week. So I've used 3 decks. This is the first time I'm using this one, and it's called the Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. And so that's for the main reading, which is 3 cards. And I have 2 other decks to give us a sort of an extra dimension or a flavor, further sort of flavor to it. And one of them is from Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light. And the other single card is from the Crystal Oversoul Attunements by Michael Eastwood. So the first deck is by Colette, Baron-Reid, and Alberto, Villoldo, and Marcelo, Lobos. So it's a really, really beautiful deck. I'm just going to quickly show you the 3 cards for the main reading. So that's the Andean Cross. And just notice that it's gold. And the first thing which struck me was that it is a gold color. And that it has bits of red in it, which reminded me of blood. And it's, yeah, so I mean, gold at the moment, people attribute the color gold, which we know is I think at present on the planet it's the best conductor of electricity. Yeah, so that allows electricity to flow really quickly. It's also about the gold color of Christ consciousness, or the best evolutionary state of humanity, to do with respect for self, respect for others, empowered self, enlightened self. So for you, the Christ consciousness might be something else, but for me, that message of that period of Jesus and the masters of that time, and also of the ascended masters, is about empowerment, enlightenment, meaning we know who we are, what we are, that we are spirit having an experience here, that the world is like a stage. Yeah, the world is like a stage, and we are the characters. We play a character. We choose the character that we play. And at every stage, there is a choice about how we play that character, whether we change characters. So we are in control of it. We are in complete control of it. Of course, I mean, depending on circumstances, there may be some restrictions, but it's up to us how we respond to the climate, to the energy, and to all the dramas which unfold in our lives. So the second card, and I'll speak a little bit further about that. Okay, the second card is thunder. And as you can see, they're like a herd of bison, and they're churning up a lot of dust. Okay, churning up loads of dust. And the things which I noticed besides that, and the color blues as well, sorry, this is not mirrored or mirrored, so I'm getting used to it, is the color blue. It's not like an earthy color as you'd get if a real animal is running on the plains and is churning up a lot of earth. It would be very dusty, kind of browns and yellows. We have a red sphere, and a yellow sphere. So we may find that this is something which impacts the root chakra, perhaps. It's interesting because we have the color, for me, the color of blood, the gold, and the red, and what this is doing for us. And what is it doing? I mean, is it bringing up what's in the bloodline? What's connected? What connects us through blood, through time, because of our ancestry, and also our descendants, or the extended family. That means cousins, aunts, uncles, And I'm sorry if it keeps blinking. Perhaps there's something a little bit funny with my camera. Anyway, I'm going to continue. So this will be, you can always just listen to it as well if you're getting a bit bothered by the flashing. So just going back to this card with the blood. What does it mean? I think I need to go further with the blood. What does it mean? Just going into this a bit more. And also the interesting thing about these two cards is that you have, not this one, you have the sort of gold and the red, and with this card you also have the sort of yellow or the gold with the red. So these two cards are very linked in the effect, or the effect that this week may have to us. The information it brings about these two chakras. The first one, the red, is about how we feel in this world. Do we feel safe? So it's the root chakra. What is the grounding? Are we grounded? Are we present? And also about dramas, because the bison churning things up and thunder, you know that there might be some, besides change occurring, there may be some, all the dust being brought up, and it's mucky and it's not terribly nice. So I think it speaks of possible dramas coming up. But are we sufficiently rooted and anchored? And are we working with our emotions? Because the solar plexus, which is the yellow, does this drama sort of trigger us with regards to whether we feel we have power or not? The will to live the way that we want, or do we feel powerless? So it's both sides of the coin, basically. Okay, so this is bringing up stuff for us, and it may help us. I mean, this is all help in a sense. If we take a step back, we can ask ourselves, okay, how is this impacting me? How do I feel about this situation? Is it making me feel like the wool has been, the rug has been pulled under my feet? And therefore I need to really check my grounding. Have I made enough provision to ensure that I'll be okay tomorrow if things have sort of gone all upside down? Are my finances secure? So it is, and amidst all of this drama, do I continue on this path, or do I change it? Because this is also another reading of this is the Andean cross, according to the book, because I've not used these. I don't think I've used these cards. It's the first time I'm using them as the main sort of spread. But the Andean cross is it personifies the shaman, the South American shamans, I think, with the 4 directions, the 4 elements, the cardinal directions, the 4 elements which the shamans are very much in tune with and they work with, and the central whole is that dimension which they are able to travel into, the spirit dimension, so that they can gather information, they can gather help, and they can traverse the worlds to gain more insight, and it can be very tricky for them. It also, just coming back to this, according to the book, it's also about a journey. Yeah, is this the start of the journey or an end of a journey for you? There's the dramas, which may unfold this week, help you to understand where you are in your life. Is it the start or the end of something? And to decide as well whether you go inward, whether it's time to go inward, or whether it's steps to take in your journey, in your life, i.e. like decisions that you need to make to move into a different place, into a different state, okay, different job, perhaps different place to live. If it's an internal journey, is it time to look at your inner world, to look at your emotions? It definitely is for me. It's time for me to take a few steps back, to slow down, to really have a look at what's going on in my inner world, to deal with some emotions, and then to allow the outer world to unfold as a result of a lot of the inner work. Okay, taking care of self, giving time and space to explore the shadow, using this to explore self, going inwards. For me, it's also like a space. When I first looked at this card, I thought, maybe that is the portal of the heart. But I feel like the heart is the place, or the place which connects us through all our space and time. So if we need to resolve pain and trauma from our childhood or past lives, then perhaps this week might be a good week to do it. Okay, it's definitely a call for me to do it. Yeah. But then knowing that ultimately the gold is there, and it's giving us the hope that don't worry, do your work, and you know that you're going towards the gold. You're going towards enlightenment, to positive evolution. And the blood will help, because there are many in your ancestral line who have done this, who have held fast to their intuition and to their purpose, who've done the work, who fulfill their purpose, or who followed their purpose. So I think it is very much, what is your purpose, is questioning what the purpose is as well. Okay, and all this beautiful, again, red and gold in this, and the promise of the blue, which is creativity, which is also the throat. Don't worry, the drama will help us to deal with the solar plexus, with the root chakra. And when we are working through this and able to step away from all the dramas which are creating all this stuff, and well, in Britain we have elections, so that might create quite a bit of drama. So are we going to get dragged into it, or are we going to take a step back and look at it, observe, and see what we want to do, and just make sure that we work on our grounding and being present with breath work, perhaps going out in nature, taking care of the solar plexus, taking care of the belly, eating well, so that we're at our best whilst there's lots of all of this stuff going on. Okay, and the last card, interesting that the first card in the book, in the guidebook, talks about journey, and we have this card called the journey. And it's beautiful. The character who looks like he is male, but perhaps could be female, is beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And you have a black sphere on one side behind, and then there's a wing on the other side, around the shoulder. So there you are again, shadow, looking at the shadow side, allowing ourselves to take flight, to transmute. To me, part of alchemy is transmuting the lead into gold, but the lead is the human nature, perhaps the personality, that the culturally created self. It's time to have a look at that, to perhaps deal with all of what we think we should be, but not all that we want to be. Yeah. And that there's nothing wrong with the shadow. It is helping to, it takes all the pain and keeps it in one place. It is also a lot of gifts as well. in the dark, in the subconscious, and it's mining that. It's mining it. So part of the journey, like I said, is perhaps going into the shadow, and this has been going on for weeks. I think as the energies increase in intensity, we're impulsed through all our energy bodies to become more aware of what's going on in our psyche, in our subconscious, so that we can emerge in the light. We can shine a light. We can into the dark parts. We can understand that we are light, that we are spirit in matter, and that there's nothing wrong with matter, and there's nothing wrong with being human. It's a great gift to experience spirit and matter. And yes, it can be tricky, but it is possible to rise from that. Okay, and we have the owl connected to the third eye and in the crown. So the owl has the ability to see in darkness. So there's a lot of help whilst we do this work. So you may want to allocate time this week to meditate, to breathe, to go in nature, to take care of yourself, to parent as you would have wanted to parent your inner child. And perhaps your parents may have been tricky. Perhaps there were things which their emotions, or you wanted to be cuddled more, or to be acknowledged more, not to be have such high expectations. Then perhaps you may need to do that for yourself. Yes, it would be a good time to journal so that you gain a better understanding of what's going on in the subconscious and what's coming up and why things are jangling so much and rattling inside and are asking to emerge in the light. So with awareness, you can get help, or you can take care of that part of yourself better, and then you can grow your wings. Yeah. There's lovely wind blowing, and the wind is here to help us to bring awareness. Wind is part of the air element, and the air element, as I understand it, is about awareness. It's about knowledge, understanding, but the evolution or the result of the search is enlightenment, potential enlightenment. Okay, and I think enlightenment, I always thought that, once you're enlightened, that's great, but there are many stages. Yeah, and you get from one stage and you realize something that's like wow, and then you go on further and there's another wow moment, and there's further and further enlightenment. Yeah, where is there ever an end? Because when we complete our time here and whatever we wanted to do here in matter, then there's many infinite other dimensions and possibilities to investigate. Okay, so there are worlds and worlds to explore, worlds and worlds to journey into, and with the heart you can journey through the portal of the heart, and so there is that too. So how can we navigate this in the best possible way? And I thought this card was brilliant. Play. Don't take yourself so seriously. Just play. So don't get pulled down by all the drama. Don't get weighed down by it. Yeah. Step back, have a good look at it, and have a giggle. Just take care of yourself. Have fun, celebrate. Don't be so serious. So that energy of fun, we're being encouraged to just enter the week with that as well, with everything which is going on. And the colors are beautiful, pink, blues, and there's it looks like it could be a champagne glass. I'm not suggesting you go completely crazy or with the alcohol, but to celebrate life, celebrate yourself at whatever stage. Every day when you wake up, perhaps you may be grateful for everything that you have and that you're alive, but also celebrate something. Perhaps celebrate 3 things about yourself each day. And I'm going to do that because I'm really rubbish at doing it too. But celebrate 3 things about yourself, and perhaps that will bring about a much smoother and easier journey. Yeah, so you may find your journey is within, but you may find that your journey is without. So check with your intuition which it is, okay? And the final card, which is lovely, is peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals. Green for the heart. It has such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vibration. Some people call it peridot, and that's fine. This is the final card of that deck, and the number is 44. It is 4 times of 11, and when you add it, it is 8. 8 tends to be abundance. 4, in some traditions, it's angelic, so angelic help as well, and abundance, bringing lots of prosperity. Okay, so persist with this week, with all the drama and all the dust which may be brought up, but the dust is also really beautiful. I mean, look at the colors at the bottom. And bison is very sacred to the North American native peoples, and they're brilliant animals. They can withstand the predators, and they can protect themselves, and they protect their herd as well. And they bring a lot of food, and they bring a lot of sustenance to the peoples who consider them very, very sacred. And you have the legends or the myths of the white bison, and that it heralds a new age. So it is, even though there may be drama, it is a really, really positive time for us. So hold fast, take care of your root chakra. Don't let yourself be completely jangled. Take care of your solar plexus, so make sure you eat well, breathe. Allow your body, use your body and breath to keep your mind focused, to calm the mind, to be present. And know that there is gold waiting for you. Okay? Gold. And that there is potential enlightenment, perhaps potential greater awareness at the end of this. Okay? So I was called to have lots of rose quartz. Yum yum, I love rose quartz. Which has got a very beautiful, soft, helpful, heart opening, heart helping energy. And some more rose quartz hearts for you. I didn't have peridot, so I've got jade, and this is spirit quartz, amethyst with tuctapite in the middle. So I hope that all this energy helps you. So thank you very much. If you found this reading helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. This is a weekly reading, and over the next couple of weeks, my intention is to do some reviews of some of the decks that I have. And I've got a new deck, which is Colette, Baron-Reid's latest deck. I haven't even opened it yet. Ooh. So I'm going to open it and have a look at all the beautiful cards, and I'll do a quick review of that this week. And also I've ordered and receiving Rebecca Campbell's latest deck called The Stones, I think. So I will hopefully get hold of that this week, and I will do a review of that too. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful week, and take care. Bye for now.